Hey everybody, it's Gamer Grampz here. Today we are playing with the Civ 6 Secret Societies game mode enabled. We're actually doing a religious-based domination game here with Poland. So if that sounds like something you might want to watch, then definitely stick around. If you want to get good at Civ 6, then subscribe and click the bell to keep up with this channel. Alright, here we go. So clearly this isn't the first episode of the series. It is just the second though, so you're not too late if you did stumble here. I'll put a link in the top right hand corner of the screen. You can jump to catch up if you want to. Other than that, we are going to just jump right back into things. So clearly, as you can see here, we have gotten ourselves a golden age, so we are going to go ahead and jump in. And we are 100% taking the monumentality dedication here for the +2 movement on our builders, being allowed to purchase civilian units with faith, and as well, builders and settlers are 30% cheaper to purchase, both with gold and faith. There is basically no competition when it comes to the first 3 heirs of the game. If you have any sort of faith income, I would always suggest taking monumentality, and even honestly, most times that you don't have a faith income, I would still take it just for the +2 movement on your builders, as well as being able to purchase them with gold. So in a regular game, I'd still suggest that, at least up until you get to the medieval era golden age, and then at that point in the game, you'll probably have enough commercial hubs and harbors and stuff where you'll actually get a decent amount of science out of your adjacency, so at that point it's more valuable. But in a classical age, it's just not worth it. By the time you get your commercial hubs and stuff up like that, it's going to be towards the very end of the era, and you'll get very little actual value out of choosing the dedication. And then same here with the pen, brush, and voice. Each city receiving +1 culture for each specialty district. It's very insignificant compared to the amount that you're gonna, or the benefit that you're gonna get from going monumentality. And then again, the excess of the evangelist. If you are gonna take it, I would again, even playing a religious game, I always wait until the medieval era to take it, because at this early in the game, you're just setting up your faith economy. You're not gonna be purchasing or making a lot of missionaries or apostles where you're gonna get that much value out of it. The only thing it really does help with is the +4 great profit points per turn, and that's just to help you get a religion if you haven't been able to get one yet, which we haven't, but we're going to be focusing on that real hard in order to scoop up the last one here. But anywho, we're jumping into monumentality here. I'm going to get going. Hey everybody, Gamer Grampz here. I'm quickly interrupting just to say that if you're enjoying the video, please do me a favor and leave a like on it if you haven't already. It does really go a long way towards helping the channel get discovered. And clearly, you know it by now, I'm special. I need all the help I can get, right? Anyways, let's continue on our merry way here. All right, so first things first, what I want to do, we got so distracted with stealing that settler and then everything else that we're a little bit behind the times here. Normally I like to wait for my holy sites and stuff to finish before getting a religion. However, I think we are on a smaller map size, so let's take a look here. 2 have already gone, so we definitely want to start prioritizing that. I think we're okay points wise here. We're at 13, so we got a long ways to go. Brazil and the Ottomans have theirs. However, Phoenicia's ahead of us, and Japan's just nipping at our tail. So we definitely want to prioritize that to make sure that we end up getting our religion after all. So I think what we're going to do here is let's go ahead and reassign Magnus, and we'll put Pingala back in Lublin there, because it's almost at 2 population, and they have some tiles here. Speaking of which, they do also have, we will be getting the boost to building a pasture, because we can get it through that. Actually, no, I don't want to spend a builder charge just to save 2 turns. So screw that. We'll let that finish the hard way. That is fine. Other than that here, let's go ahead and start poking up on the map and see what we can see with our scout there. Meanwhile, we have to be wary of these volcanoes, so we're going to do our best to kind of sidestep them and stay in the middle if at all possible. But time will tell with that. Other than that here, let's get our archer to start making its way up too. We want to go put the pressure on Brazil. We have them down to 10 military strength, so while it is going to be a while before our faith economy gets up and gets healthy, and we're really able to power through the game. Like, I think basically the medieval era is where we're really going to hit our stride with this strategy, but time will tell. So in the meantime though, I think with what we do have, we should be able to put the hurt on Brazil and at least receive from them, possibly even the capital, but we'll have to kind of play it by ear and see how it goes. Other than that, it doesn't matter us moving there, because we still will have to move there, which won't end up saving us to turn in a long way, so we'll just skip the turn with that archer there. In the meanwhile, let's go ahead and just get this guy to heal up once he reaches where we're going to settle our next city there, and let's go ahead and drop this bad boy down. And as far as what we're going to be doing here, I want to prioritize food in the city because I want it to grow. And on that note, let's get them to go ahead and start with a granary. Sure, we'll take you your 25 gold. Ooh. Well, I'm glad we avoided the volcano. So we have barbarians coming up here. I thought that camp was destroyed. If it isn't, I'm sure they will deal with it. So, and because our archer here and this one is already upgraded, well, I guess we'll hang back with this one and kill off the unit because I don't want them pillaging our improved tiles. But I was just going to leave because I'm not really worried about losing the capital. But anyways, that's fine. Meanwhile, our warrior did get here, so let's go ahead and heal up. That is all good, and we are continuing on our merry way. All right, well, if the archer here is there, then clearly there's got to be a tile here that we can squeak through, so we will keep going. Although normally if I saw something like this, I'd probably just circle around the other side of Lahore. Speaking of which, I just realized I completely forgot to send them that envoy, which we put... Oops. Almost did the wrong one. Which we put into... That's why we put the Diplomatic League on, so you can see there, we got our second envoy, which is nice. I guess we need to skip his turn. Anyways. And yeah, we will definitely be avoiding said volcano because it's nasty. Although I wouldn't mind getting to that tile with Lublin, but that's going to be too expensive, and we have better things to spend our money on this early in the game. Although we might eventually settle a city in here if we get some extra settlers, but I think really with the cities I already have planned here, that's way more than I normally get in a domination game at all. So I think we'll be okay with just buying out that tile eventually, like once upon a time. It was nice of the scout to go ahead and attack us. Oh, there's another warrior there. Oh my god, really? As if they didn't kill all the barbarians. That's freaking frustrating. Alright, so we'll let our warrior heal up for one more turn, and then we'll get him to start heading over yonder. I'm not going to bring the archers back. I think it's more important that we get to Brazil before they get going too quickly, because I just noticed too, they're back up to 63 military strength here, so we want to take advantage of the position we put them in by when they sent all of their units at us and they were all killed. So let's definitely head towards that. We did get horseback riding, so now we're going to bounce to apprenticeship next. The reason being is that we not only do I want to get an industrial zone in that other city that we just founded recently, I also want to get the +1 production to the mine improvement. That's going to be really big, especially as our faith economy does grow here and we are able to get more builders. We'll definitely be chopping and improving stuff in our territory, so that +1 production on all mines will definitely actually go a long ways. Okay, and it's 75 faith for our builder here, so next turn we'll be able to grab one in the capital, and then the turn after that we'll start shopping because Magnus is almost established. Okay, so it looks like Japan locked their borders here, so let's go ahead and open them back up, and we'll pay them for that. Now, meanwhile, let's see what they'll give us for ours. Probably not much, yeah. So we'll just leave that for the time being. In the meantime, let's also go ahead and check. Oh wait, I don't want her open borders. What would you give for ours? Okay, she will pay for ours, so that's good. So I think what we'll do is we'll open it up both ways, because that way it'll improve our relationship even more than just paying for one or the other. And we'll also add in some diplomatic favor there, and then let's see how much cash we can squeeze out of her in order to take advantage of that. Alright, so 40 gold, that's not a whole lot, but better than a kick in the nuts, I say. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now that we do have Japan's borders backed up, I don't think, if I remember it, it has been few days since we were playing this. I don't think, yeah, we have not gotten our invitation to the Void Singers yet, and that's who I really want to get. I definitely won't be taking a Sanguine Pact in this game, because that would be something that I would have chased at the very beginning of the game, because you want to get your Vampire as soon as possible and then start getting kills on him. So it definitely wouldn't be worth it for us to go in that regard here. However, if we don't end up managing to get an invitation to the Void Singers, then what we'll have to do is pivot to the Owls of Minerva, and then in that case That's really what I don't want to do, but we'll deal with it when the time comes. Just wanted to take a sec to let you know I'm now an official partner of Fanatical Games. They're a great company that you can buy 100% guaranteed official game keys from, which is great because you purchase a Steam key, so you don't have to worry about using a different installer like Epic Games or EA's Origin. You can find links in the description down below for both the Windows and Mac versions of the games I usually cover on the channel. But if you're buying anything else, just leave a comment below and I can give you a link for any game you're looking to buy. Believe it or not, they have deals on regularly that are even cheaper than purchasing directly from Steam itself. A perfect example of this is the new Frontier Pass for Civ 6. I literally bought it directly from Steam yesterday when it was launched, only to find out that it's on sale for 12% cheaper at Fanatical for the next 6 days. So before grabbing your next game, consider checking out fanatical.com to help yourself and help support me at the same time. So actually here, since we passed that, let's get this builder here, and we're at 214 gold. I think what we'll do is go ahead and buy a scout. You know what, whatever, we'll go ahead and we'll buy a warrior instead of a scout, and that way we'll deal with this barbarian, and then we'll head down and use our warrior to scout, and hopefully, and we'll use this warrior to scout too, hopefully we can find a goodie hut that we haven't found yet in there. And then as far as our scout over here goes, we'll have to be careful of these barbarians in here. However, we'll try to come down here to the tundra, and hopefully we can avoid death by barbarian and manage to find a goodie hut to get our invitation, because I really would love to grab the get our old god obelisks up and running as quickly as we can, because that would be a huge boost to our faith, which would really allow us to enjoy our golden age and get that much more value out of it that much quicker. Meanwhile here, let's just cross the river. Again, with this barbarian camp here, I'm going to come around this end just to play it a little bit safe. Alright, so people are spreading religions. Alright, okay, so good. We got our builder here. Let's definitely get him to come over, and let's take a look and see what we have to do. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. Let's just go straight into the Holy Site prayers. We should be able to chop it out, I'm assuming, in one turn. Well, pretty close anyway. So we'll do that there. Smash that guy's face, and in the meantime, just keep slowly making our way over to go deal with Brazil. Alright, let's head up onto the hill here so we can get better visibility. Okay, and that's where Mapuche is, so let's go ahead and actually get an open borders with them if we can. What would it take? 12, that's fine. Okay, so that's good. That's on the low end of the open border, so it means that even though he has grievances and stuff against us, that that it isn't like completely completely hopeless. But yeah. Alright, so here, let's head there. And of course, we're gonna take the hit from... Oh no, never mind, I'm surprised. Nice, they did kill them. I thought for sure we were going to take the hit from the archer there, because usually they prioritize attacking your units over the AI's units, but that's a pleasant surprise. Meanwhile, Brazil's still at 63, so he's not too bad. Let's take another look here at, oops, not governors, great people. So we're up to 51 of 60. I think I still would feel a lot better chopping out one more. So let's go ahead and do that. There you go. And now we've secured our religion. We don't have to worry about anything. I will wait. Like, we're going to claim the great person, obviously, and get our religion. But we're going to wait to found it. There's no rush, so we'll just put them to sleep there. And now that we have that secured, we're going to go ahead and let Lublin finish. And then over here, too, I guess we should look to buy this tile in the near future, because we'll want to get that holy site started as well. But I still think getting the granary going is fine. We'll use a builder to help get them a little bit better in the time being. All right, meanwhile, I suppose that we should probably look into starting an encampment or can't think right now. An encampment or a government plaza. That's the word I was looking for. As far as that goes, though, I guess what we'll do is we'll put it right here. government plaza. That'll help out the holy site a little bit, and then we'll probably throw a commercial hub here at some point, and we'll do their encampment there. As far as in what order, though, we are definitely going to prioritize getting the government plaza up and running, so we will start that fairly soon here. In the meantime, until our builder gets down there to chop that forest into the government plaza, we will go ahead and start on a trader, just because we want to get the boost towards currency here, so we get the Eureka. Other than that, let's go ahead and smash our barbarian friend and move onward with our lives. Alright, so we need to heal up anyway. I think I'll move into the rougher terrain. That'll be fine. And our archers are almost there, so that will be nice. Let's cross over the river and start heading down yonder. If you've learned a lot from my videos, consider supporting the channel by becoming a member. There's 3 different choices that you can choose from, all for different prices. But for as little as $5 a month, you can help to make this channel successful and ensure that we continue to put out videos that you enjoy. Alright, so we don't need the +2 great profit points anymore, clearly. So I think what we'll go ahead and do, are we going to be doing builders? No, we're going to be buying our builders with faith, not building them, so that doesn't make sense. Let's go ahead and throw the Land Surveyor's card in quickly here in order to get the price for the holy site over here a little bit cheaper, so we can go ahead and nab that now. Let's lock in the price of our holy site while we're at it. And then go right back to the granary. Next turn, they're getting another population, which will allow them to start producing a lot faster. And yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here. I would like to get another builder in the capital, so let's go ahead and do that now. And that's because I want their natural production to be able to increase. So we'll go ahead, we'll grab mine here, we'll mine this iron next. So let's try and sell our diplomatic favor while I'm thinking of it. Get as much cash as we can. Hold on, actually, I want to see here. Just 1. And I want to see what she'll give. 7 for her. I'm just going to double check that there's no other civilizations in the game that will give more, because they fluctuate, as you can see here. 6 compared to 7. Clearly Brazil's not going to pay us for our diplomatic favor. Let's check Hojo here. And he's 7 as well. Alright, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see if he's willing to pay us a little bit more for our open borders. And you can see, so even if you just pay for open borders on their side and you don't give it to on your own, you can see here how our relationship is improving, right? Because, like, I think it was last turn, maybe the turn before it at the most, he was only willing to give us 1 gold for our open borders. So, like, the relationship is moving upwards. But in the meantime, we'll just go ahead and take the 29 gold that he'll give us for that. All right. Okay, so we're just going to heal up here. Our archer here is actually in decent health, so let's poke forward with him. And that one's not too bad, and this one's full health. So we'll heal this archer next turn, and then we'll move forward with our other troops. We'll start with the archers and give our warrior a little bit of time to mend his bruises there. Meanwhile, same thing here. Let's move back into the capital and heal up there, since that barbarian pissed off wherever he is, and it was just a slinger anyway. So yeah. All right. Okay, so the barb camp is still there, so we're definitely going to stay on this side of the river. But hopefully, like I said, fingers crossed, we can get ourselves an invitation to the Void Singers. That would be just splendid. Okay, so we're healing up there, moving forward there. I will move here because we still can't be attacked within 1 turn. Oh, I guess we can. Never mind. I didn't factor that in. But since that's the case, I'm not going to heal up the archer. I'm going to actually move my troops forward so that we can deal with that spearman as quickly as possible. Alright, so it looks like our barbarian friend did come back. We're still just going to heal up and wait. In the meantime, though, we are here ready to chop where our government center is, so we're going to switch out of our trader. So we have no production, or nothing being produced here, you can see. And you can see there's 7 turns on the government plaza, but we're going to, oops, I guess I can get rid of that pin since we're doing it right now. We'll chop this, and then we're going to put it into the government plaza, and now there's only one turn left on that. Meanwhile, here, I think I actually changed my mind momentarily. We will move the warrior out here so that we can come here and we can chop this tile. As to what I want to chop it into, though, I'll wait until we finish the government plaza, and then I'm going to chop that forest into the warlord's throne the next turn there. Alright, so there is a fully healthy warrior, so that leads me to believe that our friends here in the cultural city-state haven't done their job, and we're going to have to go deal with some barbarians on our own. Let's go ahead and snipe this scout there. We didn't really need to, but I don't like barbarians. Ooh, a nasty flood. Alright, so that just gives us even more incentive. We're going to want to get the... Well, I guess it's a different river. Never mind, I thought they were connected. But we will want to get a dam up fairly shortly. But yeah. Anyways, so like we said, we're going to go for Warlord's Throne here, because once we get up and running, it will actually be a domination game. So let's go ahead and chop that there. And meanwhile, Magnus has done his work there, so let's go ahead and rotate Pingala back to the capital, since it's... Oh, oops, wrong one. To the capital, since its population is the highest by far. And then, as far as where we're going to send him next, I suppose let's send him here. We'll do a couple chops, and then rotate him up to the front line. So, he's going to start his tour of duty. Let's go ahead and do that now. We did get another governor title here, except for I don't think... We already have Connoisseur and Researcher on him. I don't care about grants or anything because we're playing a domination game, so I'm done with Pingala as far as promotions go. Magnus is actually the one I'm considering. I think we're going to hold on to the Envoy here because I'm considering getting him up to... Not Provision. I'm considering getting him up to Black Marketeer because that's a really, really powerful thing to do in a domination game, which allows him to basically chop you out an army lickety-split. So, actually, that is what I'm going to do. There's no point getting him Provision since we're not getting any settlers. Oh, actually, I guess it does. Never mind, I take that back. We'll go ahead and promote him now because maybe we'll end up buying a settler from down here, and that'll help. But we'll figure it out when the time comes. Meanwhile, our warrior can heal up and wait for him to show his face. Speaking of showing your face, the spearman is approaching us here, so I am going to move the warrior forward. I'm actually going to pull back with our archer since we're sitting on a marsh there. We definitely don't want to take a free shot from a spearman with an archer while standing on a marsh. It's just not a good recipe for success. Meanwhile, we'll actually pull forward here and attack. The reason we're pulling forward is because once this flood settles down, we're going to want to put the city under siege so it can't heal up. But speaking of healing up, in the meantime, what we're actually going to do is just heal up that archer there so it's at full health and does full damage. Let's keep heading down yonder. Oh, lovely. At least we found our goodie hut. We know there's one there, so fingers crossed we can actually manage to get it. Without getting sniped. Alright, what promotion does this guy have? He has hill terrain. Okay, so... ooh, a free builder. Yes, sir, I will take that. Okay, so they have catapults there. They're up to 93 military strength. I'm not too worried about it. We should be able to handle the catapult, especially as we'll pull back. We'll kind of triple team him with all of our archers and whatnot. So speaking of that, let's go ahead and head down there. Okay, so Geneva's warrior is close by. That's actually a bit of a pain in the ass. But let's definitely go ahead and start shooting at him since we don't have the city under siege right now anyways. There's not a huge emphasis in getting or in attacking it because it's just going to heal up, especially when we're just hitting it with archers and not really dealing a whole lot of damage. But what we will do is go ahead and pull our warrior back here, and we'll wait for the catapult to come into range more. Alright, so I don't think we're going to find any goodie huts up here, so we'll start heading to the west and see what else we can find. Meanwhile here, let's go ahead and get the mine up and running. And then we'll get our builder to head over here to the iron tile, and we'll go ahead and get that up and running next. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and sell our, okay, all right. We have honey to deal with again, so let's find out who will give us the most. She'll give 7. Let's check Japan. He has it, and Mapuche are being cheap, stingy bastards. So we'll definitely go with her. However, we'll throw some diplomatic favor on top, and we want bulk gold, not gold per turn, because we actually have stuff we want to do with it. So we'll go ahead and squeeze her for every penny she's worth, and continue on. All right. Okay, so, oh yeah, we forgot about that fucking trader. I got distracted, sorry. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get that trader done so we can boost currency in time, and that will help us on our way to industrialization. Or not apprenticeship, industrialization. Shit, I'm getting ahead of myself. But that will give us a boost there. Meanwhile, they have hit 2 population. They're almost done the granary, so in fact, I'm actually going to switch them back to a production focus. I just want to double check that I didn't lock in anybody here. Oh God, I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Manage citizens. Okay, good. I didn't lock in the price. But no, you'll not work that. That's a 1-3. Oh no, that's a 5. No, that's a 1 food. Oh my God, I got excited for a second there. I zoomed in so close it looked big. Wow. But yeah, so never mind. I thought that was a 1-3, but it's not a hill. So they're definitely working the 1-2-1 is the best option we have going at the moment. Once our faith gets up there a little bit more, we will grab a builder here, which shouldn't be too much longer since our faith income is jumping up a bit. And 7 more turns, we'll get even more faith from there. And hopefully down here we can... Do I have discipline slotted in? No, I don't. Shit. That is actually something we're going to want to do. And there's nothing that I can switch into that's going to help speed the process up. So I think what I'll do is move a tile away so hopefully that warrior doesn't follow us. And then we'll just start banging the archer. Well, not quite, but you know what I'm trying to say. Meanwhile, we only have the hills promotion here, not the forestry one. So it's going to be a little bit tough, but hopefully we can track that builder down. I'm going to stay in the shelter of the trees there just because clearly there's barbarians around and I don't want to get a nasty surprise. Speaking of which, there one is. All right. Okay, so they were nice enough to pop over and say hi to us with their catapult here. So we're going to move our troops so that we're in position to hopefully deal with it. We'll move our warrior out of range and then we're going to hopefully tackle it with the warrior. We'll take a shot with this archer here, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on Geneva's warrior. So clearly they took a promotion there after we hit them, so they're back up to full health, but we are quite a ways from their city, so I'm not sure how aggressive they'll be as towards like chasing after us. But if we see them come across the river, we'll pull back with our archer so we're ready for them if they do. Meanwhile, we weren't so lucky. The douchebag warrior did follow us, so I think we'll just go ahead and kill that archer, and then with any luck, we'll be able to handle him since we do have that promotion. And it doesn't look like we have any luck, so we're gonna have to... Ooh, nasty frickin' tornadoes. Oh yeah, just realized, I'm like... God damn, things seem to be going wrong with all these floods and the volcanoes. I forgot that we bumped up the freaking disaster settings in this game. I normally just play with it on 2, and that's what I'm kind of accustomed to. And sneaky freaking barbarians, look what they did. Instead of coming up this way, they peeled around and freaking pillaged our holy site on us. So I normally would go right over there and go after them, but because of the tornadoes here, I'm going to come around the south side. But either way, we'll be finishing our trader next turn, so that will boost us currency. We should finish that next turn, actually, which will be nice. Other than that, though, so our city here needs more housing because we're just on salt water, not fresh water, so we'll have to figure that out. At some point, getting them a granary is definitely something we're going to want to pursue. However, we have to take things one step at a time. Meanwhile, our faith is up high enough, I do believe, that 80 is the price now. No, 85, sorry. So next turn, we'll get that builder here in Roklot, and it'll be just in time too, because Magnus will be established the turn after. But in the meantime, let's see if we can get ourselves a goodie hut. I'm not worried about that scout. So they sent... All right, so first things first, good news, that freaking warrior over there pissed off, so that's fine. However, the bad news is they put the catapult into the city, and the war chariot is now ready to play with us. So we are going to triple team him, not in a fun way for him. And we'll get him down to almost dead. And then meanwhile, with our warrior here, we're going to move in and we'll pillage that next turn. But here, hopefully we'll survive this hit, because we can't get completely away from them. But if we survive, then the next following turn we'll be able to get across the river, and we should be able to run away from there. Meanwhile, I was trying to figure a way to get to that goody hut, but because of the zone of control from the slinger, we won't be able to do it. Oh, that is a Geneva warrior. Alright, well, they can't hit us anyways because they have to cross the river. Even their scouts are attacking. Brazil's pulling off all the stops here. Alright, so they flip-flopped, and the catapult's back out, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and pillage this here, because we have nothing else that we'd be doing with the barbarian. In the meantime, though, we are going to hit with this archer first, because it's the most healthiest, so it'll do the most damage to the catapult. And then we'll hit with this one next. Normally I would hit with that one next, however, because of the scout there, I was hoping that we'd be able to kill it and I could hit the scout. However, I'm just going to finish the catapult off. That's a much higher priority, and we can tank the shot from the scout, and then the following turn we'll double team him with the archers. Alright, so we finished our trader here. Pingala's almost back established in there, which will be nice. We're 5 turns away from drama and poetry. I think we'll go ahead and get a builder. I know we can buy them with faith. However, there's not really anything else I want to build at. Oh, never mind. I totally forgot about the Warlord's Throne and repairing our fucking holy site. So never mind. Scratch that. But we definitely, with that pillage especially, we do have enough faith. I'm wondering, do we have enough for a settler? You know, we will next turn, and next turn Magnus will be established, and we'll be able to get a settler without losing population here. So that's what we're going to do. We'll wait until next turn. But meantime, they did finish their granary now, so that is awesome. And we will definitely get them working on their holy site next. Meanwhile, do we have hills or ranger? Ranger. Okay, good. So we can just flow through these trees, no problem. Meanwhile, with our trader here, we are going to send them to Wrocław, and then we'll get a trade route going to the capital so we can grow faster and produce even faster over here as quickly as we can. Meanwhile, let's finally get our justice here and teach him what happens to people. Oh, yes! Fingers frickin' crossed. Not only did we survive, but we found a frickin' goody hut. That is like the wet dream. Alright, I'm like right pumped about this. Alright, here we go. Fingers crossed. Yes! There we go. Alrighty. Now, do I... Yes, I do. Alright, so we are going to take that, accept this promotion. Like, obviously, that's the one we wanted, right? However, we are not taking it right now. We are promoting Magnus to Black Marketeer here, and... Oh, wait, hold on. Never mind, I forgot we don't have horses. My bad. We do have iron, though. Do I want a swordsman army? No, not really. I want horses. Alright, perfect. We're gonna get horses, so never mind. I take that back. We... Getting ahead of myself here. I forgot that we didn't even have one source of horses upgraded. So what we're gonna do, we are going to buy our settler here with our faith. Oh, there's a builder on. My bad. Yeah, so we'll get this camp going first. We'll start with that, because we'll be able to trade the ivory for some more money. But meanwhile, okay, so we're gonna buy our settler here. We are going to come down and settle there. We are going to get that horses up online with this builder. We'll actually send the builder down there too, because we'll be able to get that ivory up online for some even more money. But anywho, so then what we are going to do now is we are going to accept the Void Singer's promotion, because that will allow us to build these wonderful, wonderful old god obelisks here. It replaces our monument. So in the cities that we already do have a monument, oh wait, I don't think we have a monument in any city, do we? Oh, no, we don't. Okay, never mind. I take that back. But anyways, they are definitely worth the build here. You can see you get the culture that you always get from a monument, because that's what it does. It replaces the monument. But then you also get +4 faith, so that's going to be huge. It's like having a crazy good adjacency bonus holy site in every city for like next to no production. So and since we're not in any rush for the Warlord's Throne, we're going to finish our shrine here, and then we're going to immediately get the obelisk next. That will be really good. But meanwhile, then once we get our next governor promotion, we'll have had time to get the city settled and get the horses up online. And then what we're going to do is give the governor promotion to Magnus again, and we're going to just chop out an army of horsemen. And then we're going to wreck face, like hard. We will deal with Brazil with the units we have here. Ooh, one step at a time. We're going to try to deal with Brazil with the units we have. Oh, nice. Cool. Oh my god, is everybody fucking Void Singers? They must be. Void Singers. Oh, maybe Void Singers and Hermetic Order are our team on... Like, they're friendly with each other? Because I know the Void Singers and the Hermetic Order hate each other. Or not Hermetic Order, sorry. The Owls of Minerva are, like, natural enemies or whatever. Anyways, so what we are going to do here, we are going to kill the chariot with this archer, which gets him a promotion and is nice. And then we are going to move forward with this archer so that we're ready to hit them next turn. And we'll take the shot with that archer. And then meanwhile, we can't really do anything with this warrior, so we'll just heal up and wait. But once we deal with this chariot here, we should be able to get a surround on the city and put them under siege, and then actually go ahead and take it with any luck. Meanwhile, we are 3 turns away from our holy site there, and 13 turns here from this city. However, this city will speed up significantly here because we're going to do the trade route. So you can see it went down to 10. Like, I know that's only 3 turns off, but as the population grows here too, that's going to help out significantly. Meanwhile, we have a barbarian scout there that found our city, so we will start to get some friends showing up from that side. But I think what I'm going to do, because this builder only needs to get the horse up on... Oh yeah, and the iron. Never mind, shit. Whatever, we'll buy another builder down there. We're going to get a mine up, because we need to get the city's production up. I want this holy site settled. Finished before we settle this city. And that way we can pop our religion. We'll get our religion, will be the dominant religion in all 3 of our cities, because any city that has a holy site already completed, when you pop a religion, will become your dominant one. And then, yeah, that will be that, essentially. You, sir, are a legend. We're going to let you heal up. Hopefully that other warrior doesn't come across and attack us. He got some experience there. He's pretty close to leveling up, so that'll be nice when we get him to double upgrade. In the meantime here, let's go ahead and take our promotion, and then we'll start heading over there to help them out. I wouldn't mind getting that goodie hut either, but we'll have to take 1 step at a time. So let's move up onto the hill, and then we'll start healing. Meanwhile here, let's see if we can get this builder. Now that we have whatchamacallit. You know what, I'm just going to let the scout heal first. Because now that we have the Voidsinger invitation, I'm less concerned about about seeing everything. We do want to get the circumnavigation eventually, but oh, how nice of them. They were nice enough to move into the marsh for us, so we are definitely going to take advantage of that. In the meantime, we'll come here and heal up, and then we'll move this archer here, because this warrior, he has zone of control, so he controls this tile and this tile, so these 3 will be completely taken. And then when we move the archer there, that one will be, and then we'll move this archer down there, and we'll have the city under siege after we deal with our friend the chariot here. But him being in that marsh is going to allow us to really smash his face pretty good. And then he's injured, as you can see, so we'll finish him off next turn and then take a promotion. Not to mention pillage their holy site while we're at it in the grand scheme of things, but again, one thing at a time, right? All right. Yeah, so let's get this mine going here. That gave us the boost to apprenticeship too, which is nice. Other than that, we do have Magnus here, so there's nothing else in the city that I immediately want to go after. So we'll just have him come back over here and wait to chop. Meanwhile, 9 turns still, really? Oh, that's why, because the food's still on. Oh, that didn't change anything. Weird. Weird. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get the, in 5 turns, it's going to expand there. So there you go. We'll get him to come up here and build a farm there, because I wanted to get the Eureka for irrigation. I just noticed that would be a really nice farming triangle rather than doing it there. Is there any other place that I could build the dam? No, not really. Well, technically I could build the dam here. Hold on a second. If I move the dam here. 1, 2, 3, 1. I think I can put the dam there. I always hate this because you need to have it on 2. It needs to be on 2 sides, like have the river on 2 sides of the tile, and I can never figure this out. So hold on. This side is not on the river, that side is not on the river, that side is not on the river. There's 6 sides to a tile, right? So 2 of them would have to be on the river, right? This side and that side. Sorry. 1 second. Yeah, it would work. I did that off camera because I was literally counting the sides and I just didn't want it to seem silly. But yes, that would, because this would be like, so 1, 2, 3, 4, there would be 5 and 6, and they would both be touching the river. So that will work for a dam, which opens this up for a farm. Because that's a 3-way, that farming triangle is much stronger. And then we can do the dam here and do the aqueduct there, and then do the industrial zone there, and then it'll still be a +4, +5 industrial zone. And then if we get cray, we can even do their fuck off. Sorry. That's really irritating me. I can't pin this down. There we go. Get the encampment there instead of down here. Oh wait, that would mean it wouldn't. Hold on. I'd rather the +3 holy site. So we'll turn this into an entertainment district. Or actually, probably that into a commercial hub or an entertainment district. We'll see. Or an entertainment complex, sorry. My bad. Anyway, let's go ahead here. Next turn we're going to get drama and poetry, so that will be real nice. Alright, so we did survive the attack. A barb camp did spawn up there, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. We survived the attack, so we're going to take our promotion here, obviously. And let's go ahead and take Arrow Storm, so we're that... Oh, actually, you know what? I changed... No, hold on. No, because we need to move down to... I was going to take Garrison because we could just sit on here and frickin' have +10 combat strength. However, we need to move here in order to have the siege on the city, so that doesn't make sense. So we'll go ahead and take the Arrowstone promotion there. Meantime, we do have the promotion here as well, so let's go ahead and take Arrowstorm there. And then we'll use our friend here to finish off the Chariot. And our warrior can just continue to heal. We don't need him until we actually have the city injured and almost dead. Now that we have finished Drama and Poetry, we are definitely headed towards Theology, and next turn we'll have another Holy Site. This one's down to 8, but once we get up to 3 population, that should help us out a little bit. Yeah. Slowly but surely we're making our way through this here. How are we doing for time? We still got at least 24 turns left on the era there, so not too bad. Meanwhile, let's start heading down to the south with our warrior here, and once this one heals up... Oh, actually, yeah, we want to head east. What am I talking about? Yeah, my bad. So we'll go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, this settler is still heading over there. I do want to get this built, but I don't want to wait 8 turns, so I'm just going to deal with having a city that doesn't have our religion when we found it. That's fine. Ooh, nice. We found Kabul. They want us to train a swordsman. I'm sure at some point we'll get that envoy. Meanwhile, so he's done denouncing us and now wants to be our friend and have some of our wonderful, wonderful diplomatic favors. So we will happily do that. Now, in a perfect world, I would like to... Oh, where's that barbarian camp? There, and where's this one? There. Okay, we don't care about them. In a perfect world, I would like to really declare a friendship with one of these civilizations here, because it's not necessary, don't get me wrong. However, it is very convenient because you'll actually have somebody to trade to. And if you don't have anybody to trade to, eventually, like, we're using most of them right now, or will be shortly, but like our strategic resources and stuff, as we go out through the game, we're gonna have such a stockpile and we won't be able to trade any of it for any money because nobody, like, everybody's gonna freaking hate us, right? So if you can declare a friendship with somebody before you really start making the world hate you by making a whole bunch of grievances, it's really nice because you can essentially keep that friendship the whole game until you decide to kill them. And better for us, he's all the way over here, so I'm gonna do what I can to make him our friend. So speaking of which, let's come over here and see what he'll pay for our borders. Only $9, so I'm gonna tell him to go F himself, but we will sell him some of our iron. We're also gonna sell him our ivory. Oh, actually, I spoke too soon. We're gonna see what he'd give us, and yeah, I'll take it. I'm not even gonna look at the other ones. So we'll do that. We'll throw some iron in the mix too, and our open borders. Oh, not our open borders, my bad. But meanwhile, we will definitely take his money. All right, there we go, $284. That's actually nice. Let's see what our gold is up to now. 433. Actually, can we? No, wait, it would be like 560 or 600 for a settler, right? 390. I forgot about our discount. See, this is why monumentality is good. Even if you don't have faith, that's where you really take advantage of it, when you have faith. However, if you just have money, you still get the 30% discount. So we are 100% going to grab another settler here, which will work out well for us. And we do need to get conscription in. You can see here we're losing minus 1.2 gold per turn. So we'll want to do that fairly soon. Meanwhile, let's poke down here a little bit. We are going to go east. However, I'd like to stop off and get that goodie hut, to be completely honest. But yeah, things are coming along here. We finish our holy site there. We're immediately going to go onto the Old God Obelisk next. Yeah, that's more important as far as I'm concerned. Like, I would like to get a granary to help them deal with their housing situation. However, I'm a lot more concerned with getting the faith income up, because that way we can spend it all over our empire. And, like, not to mention we can then buy, like, builders and whatnot and all that kind of fun stuff, right? So meanwhile, let's continue on here. I think I'm done with the scout. We're just going to put him on automate exploration. Meanwhile, down here too, once that scout's healed up, we'll do the same thing. So they did come forward with their catapult. So let's go ahead and punish them for that. Speaking of catapults. Alright, so good. We will be able, you can see we're triggering his agenda there. So we will definitely be able to do that. Meanwhile, alright, so we're going to finish off... No, we're not. We're going to finish off him with this one. And then we'll, hit him with the double promoted healthy, like 100% healthy one. And now we'll hit with that one. Next turn we'll be able to finish that off, and then we'll move this archer onto that tile, and this city will be under siege, and then we will show them what we're made of. Meanwhile here, now that I got that other settler, do I want to wait for 6 turns? Yeah, you know what? That's what we'll do. We're going to take this settler and we're going to move him down to this location, and we're going to take this settler and move him down to that location. And let's shift this guy up so he's closer, and forget about seeing territory. We're just going to come straight east now with that. So let's turn our scout onto automated exploration like we said. Alright, and there we go. Here we'll finish them off. So we're going to finish them off with this one, because that'll give us a chance Oh, I thought we had our promotion already. Shit, I was gonna say that would give us a chance to promote this, but that's fine. That'll give us a chance to fortify until heal. Actually, no. You know what? We'll just hit them and take our promotion. And then here, we are going to pillage for faith. And then next turn, we'll move there and put them under siege. Alright, we finished our obelisk here, which is nice. It definitely boosts our faith up real quick. And we're going to finish our warlord's throne so that we can then start chopping with Magnus here. In the meantime, how much is it for a settler? 235 faith. That's what we're going to do. In 3 turns, we should be able to get that there. Meanwhile, let's grab Lahore's suzerainship. Alright, things are coming along. Yeah, we'll just have him sit here and wait so that he can kind of babysit our settler there. Jesus! I have never let a scout kill a unit of an archer in my life, especially a double upgraded archer. Are you fucking kidding me? So yeah, that's not about to be the first day that it's going to happen. So we'll get rid of their scout there. Meanwhile, I think I'm actually going to keep him back and heal him. For now, I know we don't have them under siege, but that's fine. I at least want to have him in yellow health in case they come up with, like, buy a unit and attack us again. But meanwhile here, I think we'll just sit on the iron for now until that other settler gets down and we settle our city. But meanwhile here, we'll come here and just fortify until our settler gets there. I just noticed too that, oh my god, you guys are so freaking brain dead. No wonder like, it's so irritating to babysit your scouts, but yet the AI is so bad it just walks into shitty situations that you have to. Like, ugh. Damned if you do and damned if you don't, right? Alright, anyways, what I was about to say is I just noticed that our border's expanded here, so let's go ahead and get that farm. Got our boost towards irrigation, which is what I really wanted. But yeah, so that is nice. We're 2 turns away from that, which is perfect. So we will just make this settler hold his horses here, and no pun intended, it's the horses there. Anyways, don't mind me. Speaking of horses, hello. So we... Shite. Is that a hill that the iron's on? Yes, it is, and that's a hill as well. We'll move here to this hill. Will we survive? Yeah, we should survive. Famous last words, right? Meanwhile here, let's get the hell over there. We're not going to wait there. We're going to go help them. No, you can choke on a dick and die, Brazil. You had the unfortunate... Oh my flibbin' god. Well then. Oh my god. Where else would we settle a city over here? Shitballs. Okay, so we're going to move him there. That's going to change our settling plans. So we need to be 4 tiles away from here. We'll cross over to start helping them out. This warrior, unfortunately, he's a hero. He's done his job. He'll take one for the team. They shouldn't be able to catch our settler there because they have to go through forest, and that's a hill, so I don't think they can reach all in one turn. Meanwhile, you know what? That's fine. We will settle that city with that settler. And then we'll move the other one after. Alright, but meanwhile, we can just start peppering the city here. Even though we don't have it under siege right now. Alright, we knew that was happening. Unfortunately, he did his part for the cause. That's fine. We'll move our warrior there so we are nice and safe-ish. Standing beside an active volcano, you can only be so safe, right? Meanwhile, now that Magnus is established, they finished their holy site. We're going to go ahead and pop our religion. Oh, you know what? No, we're not. We're going to let the Ottomans spam us with their missionaries because we will... it's fine that they've converted our cities here because we're going to... As soon as we pop our religion, it will... Oh, I just realized too, I've been playing sloppy. I didn't realize theology was getting so close, but that's fine. I'd rather have scripture up and running anyway. So yeah, we're actually going to wait to settle that city. Meanwhile, this one, There's not really a lot of chops around here. So we're essentially only settling for the holy site. So yeah, we'll head back up this way. Okay, so meanwhile we can buy another. Oh no, we can't. Never mind. Next turn we can buy another settler, and then that will be our last settler, right? 1, 2, 3, and then one more over here. Actually, I think we might just forget about this city. We'll see. Actually, no, that'll be a good city once that volcano starts erupting and stuff. Yeah, so never mind. I take that back. I know I'm flip-flopping. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, we finished our holy site here. All right, so 100%, it's the Old God Obelisk is the better choice, as we would get +2 culture and +4 faith from it, rather than just simply +2 faith from the shrine. I think we'll heal up for one more turn, since we're doing some nice damage, since we have our promotion anyway here. And when we get theology next turn, I'm actually going to switch out of our government. I really don't give a shit about the experience that we're getting and the +4 combat strength for our melee units. We only have like 2 melee units anyway. And we're going to be using horsemen, not melee units. So we'll switch into autocracy since it's just a better government form. Alright, so we got theology. You can see here that they spread their filth religion to us. No pun, like, nothing personal, Islam. I just realized, like, when I click the religion thing, I'm like, spread their filth religion, and then I show it and it's Islam. Nothing personal against anybody who follows the Islamic religion. We're talking civilization here, let's get serious. But you never know, right? That could definitely be misconstrued the wrong way when I'm like, spreading their filth religion, and then I show it's Islam. Alright, anyways... Sorry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do, I actually had a thought here. I was waiting for a few minutes there and thinking about things off screen. And so we're going to finish Warlord's Throne here. And I realized too that the Temple of Artemis is actually still available. So what we're going to be doing, because we're switching into our government right now. So we're just going to switch governments. Normally I do a little trick where I play with the policy cards, but there's nothing that we want right now. So we're going to switch into autocracy, which is nice because now we can actually slot in discipline to help out with those barbarians there. Okay, so we're still doing strategos. We're definitely putting in scripture for our holy site, and we're going to put in corvée because in 2 turns we'll be building that wonder, so we'll have 25% towards it. We'll leave discipline in for now, and we'll still leave that in for to work towards our great general, because we have some catching up to do in that regard. But hopefully we'll be able to get our things in order, because how many turns is it until, before I lock these in, let's see how many turns before we get our next policy card, and it's 7. I don't want to wait 7 turns, so never mind. I'm glad that I looked. So what we're going to do, we're going to change policies. We're going to put in discipline here. We're going to put in maneuver here, because we're going to be chopping out our horsemen here very shortly. Oh, actually. Yeah. No. My bad. We'll wait the 7 turns because we have to build up some horses. I totally forgot about that. So, yeah, we'll get rid of this. Put in corvée, scripture, and corvée here, and we'll leave strategos in place, and that will do us there for that. All right, meanwhile, we have discipline in here, so we are going to roll the dice, essentially. We're going to come over yonder, and we're going to try and sneak down the southern pass and settle that city there. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and buy this settler, and hopefully we'll be able to sneak over there and land that city. And then here in Recife, again, we're going to let that archer heal because it's really taking its time, but that should be fine. We're going to do our thing anyway. And again, we're going to skip turns here, and we're going to let them spam their religion some more, so that missionary's gone, and then we'll pop our religion after that, and then settle our cities immediately that turn. Right, so I'm actually going to move over here, and the horseman is there. But I think as long as his friends don't come, that we should be able to defend it fairly easily. Famous last words, right? we'll actually back up onto the hill, and we'll be able to defend better there. Meanwhile, here, he's finally yellow, so let's go ahead and move down here. What? Why is it not under siege? That tile and that tile is taken by our warrior, and all three are occupied by our archers. Huh, that's weird. Maybe it's a visual glitch or something. I'm not sure. But not to worry. Meanwhile, here, I'm going to wait for that barbarian scout to kind of piss off, so we'll just skip turn and stay in the city. Meanwhile, I'll put him on automated exploration because I think now he'll go up to the north. Yeah, and we'll let him do his thing, so that other one is gone and done with, so that's good news for us, but we'll wait until they expand their last charges over there. Meanwhile, the scout isn't going anywhere. We finished that, though, so let's go ahead and try and get this Temple of Artemis. We get apprenticeship next turn, which will help out a little bit with our with our situation, but we'll also buy a builder in this city next turn, and we'll get that mine going, and then a mine on here as well, which will really help them out. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and promote Magnus so that we have him all ready when we are ready for him with Black Marketeer. And again, I'm not sure why that's not under siege, but oh well. It is ours now. Do I want to take the city yet? No. I think we'll just hang out and wait. And we'll just gain experience by hitting it. When it slowly upgrades its health, we'll gain experience by hitting it. I don't see the need for us to grab the city this second, since we don't really have anything we want to do with it at the moment. I will put him to sleep, because again, we're going to wait for that charge before we pop it. In the meantime, let's go ahead here and see. Now I'm sure he'll give us more for our open borders. So he will. That's good. Apparently we have 6 horses somehow. Are we? Oh, maybe from Lahore is becoming suzerain of them. But let's go ahead and trade our iron and all of our diplomatic favor and take as much of his cash as we can. Because then what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and buy ourselves... you know what? Spearman's 260? Because that was a city-state quest, right? Galley, swordsman, spearman, and Lahore. Yeah, so we will wait a couple turns. We'll sell some more diplomatic favor and all that fun stuff. And we'll go ahead and do that next turn. Or not next turn, either next turn or the turn after, whatever. And we'll buy it here, and then we'll walk him with an escort. I know, I'm... Alright, cool. So it looks like we will be able to become friends there with her, I do believe. Let's send her a delegation. Nice, she'll accept it now, finally. And let's check our relationship with him. Grievances. Alright, so yeah. It looks like Phoenicia's going to be the one that we're going to be able to become friends with. We'll wait here and let him kill himself on us. We did finish apprenticeship. Now that we have that taken care of, I think the next thing we want to do is work our way towards machinery. We're going to want to get crossbows basically as soon as... we're going to want to get crossbows as soon as we do. So I'm going to get ironworking because we've already boosted it. And that'll give us a chance to get some city walls up in one of our locations here. And also give us some time to get to defensive tactics here in order to get the Limes policy card in before we do that, because we want the production bonus so we're not wasting production. All right. Okay, so like I said, so you can see they're healing up little by little. I'm going to just keep attacking them with the one that's so injured, and that way they'll get the promotion. And then that we'll use that to heal them up. But in the meantime, we'll just hang out. Ooh, look at that. He's really, really wanting to make peace with us. I think actually after we take Recife, we might make peace temporarily, but we'll see. Just to get his money. That we could probably do some good things with the money. Oh. And they just got an encampment, I saw. Alright, well that's nice. We wanted an encampment anyways, but I think now that they have that encampment, we're definitely going to take them this turn. Not to mention that that flood almost killed our warrior, and we wouldn't be able to take the city otherwise. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll keep the city. Yes, we'll keep the city. So that is nice. It's actually going to help us out here quite a bit, because if we take a look at the great people, we're getting real close, but now we'll have 3 great general points per turn, so that will actually work out great, that we're going to get Boudica, I think, in 2 turns. Alright, so not so great that their horses came out here. But now we actually have a few horses. So I'm going to show them the power of Magnus. And next turn we're going to... Oh wait, I can buy a builder right now. What am I talking about? Alright, we're going to run our settler out of range of their horsemen. And now we're going to buy our builder here. And next turn we'll chop ourselves out a horseman to deal kindly with the barbarians the way they should be dealt with. Alright, meanwhile, right, so that's 1 settler. Okay, so that's all the settlers we need here. So as soon as we're done chopping in this city, and it's only 3 tiles to chop as well, so that's great. We'll chop out 3 horsemen and then move Magnus on his merry way somewhere else. See, their AI is improving. Like, look at that. Normally, that horseman would just attack into us and kill himself on us, like in previous iterations of the game, but it's smart enough to know that, okay, I'm injured now, so it's gonna, like, get away from us and go try and heal up. Which I love to see, is the AI improving. Okay, so meanwhile, here, we're just gonna go ahead and get the holy site repaired, since I guess they do have a monument in the city. Or it should be an old god obelisk now, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's good. So meanwhile, let's go ahead and move. We're going to have to move Pingala there, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it'll definitely be worth it in the long run to fix the loyalty issues. And then the next governor we get, we'll just throw it, use them as basically a loyalty crutch. But yeah, until next turn when we chop out this horseman, we'll have to wait. Alright, well, he thinks he's being cool and coming after our settler, but little does he know, our builder's going to come here. We are going to chop out a horseman instantly. And give him a taste of our own medicine. He might take that builder next turn, but we should be able to kill him and take it back over. Meanwhile, though, they do have skirmishers, which I don't like to see, because that is bad news bears for us. They've done their thing. We're going to go ahead and found our religion now. So you can see... Oh, we haven't picked our religion yet. Sorry, that was a little bit anticlimactic. We gotta found the religion and pick the beliefs before the instant conversion happens. But we finished an old god obelisk here, which is great. Let's definitely get them working on a granary next to deal with that housing situation. Here we finished a horseman, clearly. So we're going to buy this tile because we want to chop that with Magnus. But other than that, we can't work on anything in the holy site at the moment because of that. So let's go ahead and get a watermill anyways. And now we'll choose our religion, and we are going to go with the infamous, ever popular McDology, because McDonald's needs to be spread to the whole world, right? All right, I'm going to take a minute or two here to think about this, because I haven't given any thought to this, quite frankly, as far as what actual beliefs and shit we're going to take. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so I did a bit of thinking here. Honestly, I was really tempted to go for Jesuit education, just because I think it would really help us getting our campuses up to speed, which will help us propel us down technology-wise. However, I think we'll be okay, because we're going to be conquering other cities that have the technology already, which will give us enough of a boost towards science. Especially, Brazil has 55 science, we can see here too, he's leading, so we're going to obviously be taking some nice campuses over from him to start with. And then, after we conquer him, if you can see down here on the mini-map, he's just a stone's throw away from Brazil anyway, so we'll probably target him next, considering his military score isn't that high anyway. And yeah, so what we're going to do instead of that is we're going to go with work ethic, because the Holy Sites District's faith adjacency bonus provides production is going to be nice, especially because we're so late settling these cities here, or that we're about to settle. However, they're going to have, because they're all surrounding that natural wonder, they're going to have a huge faith adjacency bonuses on their holy sites, which will turn into production, which we can then use to help get them up to speed, so they're not completely like useless dumpster fire cities. And then the production will also help us get the other different faith buildings that we want in order to really ramp up our faith production, which is going to help us with our military as soon as we end up getting to our second tier of government. So other than that, though, what we're going to do is go ahead and take religious colonization here. Cities start with this religion in place if founded by a player who has this as their majority religion. So we're going to found this. And the reason we took that, as you can see here, so all of our cities with holy sites, and Brazil counts as well, or Recife counts as well because it did have a holy site. They all automatically flip to us to begin with. But now when we come here and we settle this city here, it's automatically going to have our Mixology religion. So as soon as we get this holy site up right here, that's going to allow us to really take advantage of that. Meanwhile, we're going to come to Rowclaw, and we're going to buy that tile. And then we're going to come to Warsaw. Oh, I guess we won't have the money. We'll have to trade some stuff. So let's go ahead and see. Did I trade everything away already? No, we got some iron and a bit of Diplo favor. So let's go back to Suleiman and see what we can get here. It doesn't look like it's going to be enough to put us to the threshold to buy it, but it gets us closer than we were, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh, it does get us. Never mind. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, yeah. And buy this tile here. Actually, it makes more sense to buy this tile since it's the same price anyway. And then we'll swap that tile, and they can start on their holy site immediately. All right. So that's taken care of. I think we're going to let this warrior heal up for another turn or two before we go. And then other than that, let's continue on our merry way. Let's heal up our warrior in there. And we're actually going to heal up all of our units. I think we'll go for their capital next. But in order to do that, we'll get our archers to come down here. We're going to wait until we have our horsemen from, like, once we finish chopping over here. And we're going to move Magnus here and chop out horsemen from this city as well. And then we'll finish the rush, because we're getting so outpaced in technology-wise here that our archers and our warrior isn't going to be able to do much when they start buying crossbows and other such fun things for us to deal with. Meanwhile, though, we can get our settler back into the safety of our city now that we bought that builder there. Sure, we'll take your delegation. Alright, so we expected that. We got the catastrophic eruption there. Oh god. Didn't expect that. Well, good thing our warrior at least survived, but so much for healing him up real quick. Meanwhile, here, we're going to go ahead and buy a builder so we can get these horses online and that ivory up online. But meanwhile, we are going to move away from the volcano, and I'll probably escort him with a horseman once we get there. Unfortunately, the skirmisher pillaged our tile, which is a bit of a piss off, but it is what it is. So meanwhile, this settler's going to go to sleep, and we'll try and finish off their horsemen here. Looks like we'll have to next turn. We should be able to catch up to that builder, though. It shouldn't be able to get away from us because we do have horsemen to use. But that is the breaks. So they're moved away, which is a little bit of a piss off. But I think with the terrain, they should not be able to move and attack us. Meanwhile, I totally forgot about buying that, or the freaking, what do you call it? Brain fart. The spearman to get to Envoy with La Hoy. But so be it. Let's go ahead and grab Masonry next. We did get Games and Recreation. We're going to go into defensive tactics next here. We won't be able to get it boosted, most likely, so we'll have to hard research it. That's fine. We will We got 2 turns left on the Temple of Artemis here, so we will go ahead and switch out a Corvée. I don't want that slotted in for 11 turns. We definitely want Scripture for the Faith. We can get rid of Strategos as well, because we're about to get our Great General. We're definitely leaving Discipline in, obviously. Oh, did I not even have Maneuver in? Oh, I didn't. Oh my god. Alright, anyways, so we're going to have Scripture, Maneuver, and then Conscription. So we'll put Scripture up there and put Conscription there. That will help us with our gold situation. Puts it a little bit more into healthy waters. Meanwhile, with this builder here, let's definitely go ahead and get that horse up online. And yeah, we'll have to get that builder back next turn, unfortunately. Alright, so unfortunately the barbarians are coming, which is not convenient for us in the slightest bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the settler away again. We're going to buy another builder with Faith. Next turn we'll be able to move here and chop on the same turn because we have because we still have the Golden Age with the +2 movement. So that way we'll chop out another horse here immediately. This one's the injured one anyway, which means they're gone from there. So I think we are going to make our shuffle and give it a shot and go settle that city real quick. In the meantime, here we are going to use... Okay, I'm just going to delete that fucking tile because it keeps pissing me off when I try to click it. We're going to hunt down that warrior with him. Let's get this camp up online so we can sell it. In fact, we might be able to sell it to get enough money where we could possibly even afford... Did they pillage one of my luxury tiles? Why can't I sell it? I had ivory there. Where's my other ivory? Oh, barbarians. Alright, so that's why we can't trade it. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We're 1 turn away from Temple of Artemis, so God willing we won't get sniped. Other than that, let's scoot away from the barbarian skirmisher there. As you can see, they have crossbows. Oh, I thought the game crashed there again. My heart jumped for a second, but alright. We got the Temple of Artemis. So now that that's taken care of, let's 100% start... wait, am I wrong? Were we not about to get a... Somebody sniped the fucking Great General on us? They must have purchased it. Oh, that's so frustrating. Alright, well in that case that changes things, because I was going to go for the encampment next. Or I mean, I was going to go for the campus next. But we are definitely going for the encampment here now. We need to get that going as quickly as we can. That's definitely a little bit frustrating, and what's even more frustrating is that this builder moved even closer to them, which really sucks. Not to mention the skirmisher moved over, so now we can't chop out the unit that we wanted to. When it rains, it pours. Jesus. Alright, so we're gonna run back to the capital with you. You know what, we're gonna keep running with the settler. We'll go over there and settle that damn city. Sorry, I'm a little bit irritated. I really should have dealt with the barbarians there. I always put it off, and it always bites me in the ass, and I never fucking learn. But anyway, so we'll do that. Let's go ahead and get irrigation as well, since we have it boosted now. Our swordsman, I wish. Our warrior is all healed up there. Let's move this archer over here. We will stand in a marsh, but we'll have notice when they're coming. In the meantime, this builder can't do anything for us where we're at, unfortunately. I just realized we're the suzerain of Lahore. What? Are we not the suzerain of them anymore? God damn, my pooch. Okay, well, I'll break his suzerainship, which would give us some era score. I guess not. And I just realized we're 3 era score away from going into a Dark Age, which actually could be quite a problem loyalty-wise with Rio de Janeiro. Alright, so I did some thinking off screen there, and we got it figured out here. Settling this city right here is going to give us one era score for settling near the volcano and whatnot. And then what we're going to have to do is get enough money. We still have 7 turns, so that gives us 6 turns to work with, which is a decent amount. Between selling off our iron and our diplomatic favor, I think that we should be okay in order to what we want to do is buy, we're going to buy a galley in our coastal city, and that will give us the two air score that we need in order to get us a normal age. I really like going into a dark age on purpose is not a bad idea sometimes if you're going to rebound and go on to into a heroic age. However, it's definitely not what you want to be doing when you're doing a domination game, because you're just going to run into so much problem loyalty wise when you're conquering cities that it's going to just completely mess you up. Meanwhile, here, let's pop over here and get this mine going. And we'll just put them on automated exploration again. Alright, well, they were nice enough that they pissed off in the other direction, so that was awfully kind of them, but hopefully we'll be able to get here before they come down yonder. I think we should be fine.
Thousands have lived with them.
Alright, we got irrigation. This scout might not be long for this world. Now that we got irrigation, let's go towards engineering. Oh, I need sailing. Can't build buy a galley without the technology to build it. And perfect too. We got became friendly with her, so let's declare that friendship. Now we'll always have somebody to sell stuff to. And we can sell you that. And I guess we don't need our horses at the moment. Yeah. There. And did that put us over 280? Not quite, so that's fine. We're only a turn or two away from getting that. Meanwhile, yeah, we're kind of stalled out at the moment, but I just noticed there is a horseman there, but this should be fine because we can move and settle on the same turn since the terrain is okay. That got us that extra era score we need, and now that we're in the safety of our city there, so we should be able to hold them off. In the meantime, we'll buy that tile fairly soon, but we definitely are going to pay for our blah 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 blah. Our galley first. Meanwhile, here, there's no point repairing the holy site when they're just going to pillage it again. We could lock in the price of our industrial zone, though. So let's go ahead and do that. We might as well put some production into it until they move a unit on it and stop us from doing that. Anyway, we finished repairing our holy site up here. Let's get them to go onto a shrine next. Or actually a granary first, so that they grow faster. And here we will go ahead and go with a granary so that they grow next, because they have these crappy tundra tiles and whatnot, so that's fine. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and trade our stuff again. Alright. That's closer, I think, next turn. Oh, wait, we have that discount. Oh, no, never mind. That's only for civilian units. I think it's 280. Let's just double check. Oh, we don't have the technology yet. I forgot. I thought we already hit next turn. My bad. No problemo.
It is not that life.
Alright, so we did survive at least, but I think they will still catch us here before we can zoom away. We did get sailing there. Let's go ahead and get celestial navigation. We want to start working it because it would be nice to get the harbor here going, and so let's go ahead and purchase them a builder next turn, and then we'll be able to improve those 2 sea resources there. Alright, meanwhile here we're still having to wait for that stupid horseman to heal up. However, they are not on this tile, so they are going to get punished for allowing my builder to come out, because fuck them, that's why. Sorry, I'm just so irritated that... Oh, I sold my horses! Why did I sell my horses? I forgot. Okay, well, anyways, we only need 2 horses, so it's not like that's gonna be a hard thing to come here and buy back, but... Oh, will you not? Are you serious? Will you not freaking sell me 2 horses? Get the hell out of town. And you won't eat? Does nobody have any horses? Hold on, what about 1 at a time? Oops. Yeah, roll claw for 5 horses and she still wouldn't do it. Okay, no, you won't. Does anybody have horses? You didn't. You have iron, but no horses. Didn't check with him. He does have horses. Good. He will sell them to us too. So that is awesome. Whatever. I'll pay that. And yeah, good. He will sell them. So yeah, whatever. Let's buy 5. Or no, let's buy 6. Because that gives us enough for 2 horses with what we have. Oh my god. Really? Really? Whatever. Alright, so Q horseman and chop horseman. Alright. And now we're gonna come back and we're gonna steal our builder back and then attack that douchebag freaking skirmisher. Alright, meanwhile, next turn, yeah, we're gonna get that, so might as well go ahead and work on their shrine there to improve our faith. In the meantime, here, hold on, are we gonna have enough time for... Yeah, I'll play it safe. I was gonna buy that tile, but I'll still play it safe. But in the meantime, we can get this mine up, so let's at least do that. Help them up. Yeah, didn't think that they'd make it there. Meanwhile, they captured our builder, but that's okay. I didn't like him anyway. Just kidding. But anyway, we'll move back there and then start hitting them. And next turn, we'll be able to chop out another horseman in that city as well. And then we can get Magnus moving because we don't have any other chops that we want him to do. Meanwhile, we can actually, instead of putting the production into that, we can put the production into getting that holy site back up online. Because that makes the most sense to get that going. Meanwhile, actually, you know what? 3 turns. Do I want that builder there? Or do I want to buy another settler while I can with my faith? Because how much is it for a settler? 280. We're at 143, so 2 turns and we should be there. Hold on, I need to figure this exact amount out because there's like decimals and stuff, so 1 second. Yeah, just by the hair on our balls, we're okay. So that will be fine. That's what we're gonna do. We'll buy a settler here in 2 turns, and then we'll research Celestial Navigation up until it's boosted, and then we'll switch away from it there, and then we'll just get a builder out there the good old-fashioned way in the next monument, or in the next monument. Wow, I can't even talk. In the next era. All right, so let's go ahead here. We're going to switch into a horseman. We're going to chop out the horseman here. So now we're going to move Magnus. Hold on, who has more chops? 1, 2, 3, 4 chops total. I only count reinforces halves because they give you half production. So 4 chops total without buying anything. And here we do have a lot more chops, but we have to buy tiles and whatnot. And consider we're going to be broke and whatnot. I think we're better off. And it would help with loyalty too. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to reassign Magnus to Recife. We're going to reassign Pingala to the capital. And then now here, we're going to grab our builder back just to make sure nobody else does anything with it. And then we'll go ahead and smash that guy. And we'll take a hit there from the skirmisher, but so be it. And meanwhile, we'll just tell this builder to go to sleep until we can get that camp dealt with. But now that we have those horsemen up and running, and once that guy gets back there, we'll definitely head over there and take care of that in the very near future. And things are slowly but surely looking up. And let's double check here. Let's trade away our money And our money. Let's trade away our money. You know what I was trying to say. Let's see. Okay, he will do it for the 10 iron. Let's see if he'll do it for the 5 iron.
Are you listening?
I know I'm being stingy, but every penny counts. There you go. We saved ourselves an iron. Alright, but that puts us well over the 280 that we needed. So let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, 260. Oh my. There we go. But we secured ourselves a normal age. So that is all good, just in time. And then next turn, we got to remember to buy that settler before I forget. All right, so let's go. I don't know how I screwed it up. I did screw it up. The amount of faith needed to buy the settler. I somehow did the math wrong. Math definitely isn't my strong suit, but whatever. Meanwhile here, I think because we can't get that settler with faith this turn, let's go ahead here and let's piece out Brazil and see how much money we can make for giving him the peace deal. Like, we should be able... Get the fuck out of here. Die. Choke on a dick then, buddy. Never mind. Funny how he's gotten awfully cocky, eh? That's fine. We'll deal with him in the next era. You know what? Hold on. Let's move our troops into his territory or close by and see if that changes his mind at all. You know what? Whatever. I'll do it. It wasn't the money. I didn't think I'd be giving away money. I wanted to get it, but I just noticed our frickin' settlers down here too. So let's go ahead and we'll piece that out, or we piece them out, which means we're not at war with Geneva anymore. Which means we can settle the city in peace. Like, I've delayed settling our stuff long enough. I don't want to freaking worry about it. In the meantime, we do have some faith to spend, though. So let's go ahead and we'll switch out of Celestial Navigation here. And we'll go into Engineering. And then what I'll do is I'll buy the builder here. And then we'll buy one in Recife as well. And we'll build theirs the good old-fashioned way in the next era once we can, because I'm not worried about getting, like, boosting it that fast. I'm more concerned about getting this city up, and I would like to chop that forest into the holy site rather than just waste the production, especially because we're getting the city settled so late as it is. So we'll be able to do that. Meanwhile here, let's go ahead and kill them there. This one's healed up enough, but let's get him to start coming over, and then we'll pop over here and heal up a little bit, and then we're going to come deal with these barbarians finally. In the meantime, though, we might as well go ahead and hit that guy, even though it hurts us. We're still in the safety of our city, so it really doesn't matter. And that way he'll be that much easier to deal with when the time comes. Here, we got the encampment, so let's actually take a look at that. Okay, we're still a ways away, so we're going to go ahead and get a stable. Normally, I always suggest getting barracks, like, almost all the time. However, we're going to go with a stable because our unique unit is cavalry. We're going to be getting a bunch of cavalry, but then, like, later on, we'll buy our unique unit, which just reminded me, too. I think it's in the... Yeah, see? Fuck me. I totally forgot about that. That it's in the civic tree, not in the... whatchamacallit. It's in the civic tree, it's not in the technology tree. So we're going to go up to... Oh, I really don't want to go to mercenaries. I want to get to Reformed Church to get theocracy. And I don't know why, but my stuff is glitching out here. You know, we'll stop off at mercenaries first. But anyways, we definitely 100% will get defensive tactics before going any further. But we'll go to mercenaries, and then after that we'll go to Reformed Church next. And we're definitely going to concentrate on culture a little bit more so we can hopefully get there a little bit faster. But yeah, anywho, alright, so that is all taken care of. Let's go. I think what we'll do is get this builder to come up there, and we'll repair that, and we'll repair our ivory here, which should actually allow us to also trade. So we might be able to get enough money, because now that we have that extra copy again, hold on. It's just so much easier to do this. Okay, 5 and 7 for her. 6. Wonder what Brazil would do. And I'll take it. I'll take all his money and some diplomatic favor, not gold per turn, because we can sell the diplomatic favor, and when we go back to war with him, we would lose, like, the gold per turn wouldn't make sense. So yeah, we'll definitely do that. And now let's go ahead and sell our diplomatic favor. He's only going to give us 6. I think she gives us 7, if I remember, unless that's changed. Oh no, she's pissy now too. Let's check you, good sir, and you're even worse. All right, so in that case, I guess let's trade with Japan. 6 is fine. He obviously won't take any iron. That's fine. We'll get as much cash out of him as we can. All right, now that gives us 250, and I think that should actually be enough for us to buy a builder with our discount. And oh, 250 right on the dot. Nice, so we'll be able to get those up too. So there you go, it all worked out in the end. Speaking of getting stuff going here, let's go ahead and put the galley onto automated exploration. All right, whatever. All right, there you go.
Defense is superior.
Okay, so nice. We got defensive tactics, which means we're going to want to switch into limes in order to build city walls. I guess it actually makes sense to do it in Lublin, but we'll figure that out. Yeah, so anyways, I'm not sure how experienced you are or what difficulty level you play at. However, I did just recently make a DD survival guide. I'll put a link in the top right hand corner right now if you want to check that out. However, for like players who are new to DD, it's really going to show you how to avoid early aggression from the AIs, and then how to also, like, if they do attack you, how to defend yourself really easily. So it is meant for DD, and obviously it's played on DD. However, it obviously is just going to be that much powerful no matter what difficulty level you play on. So I would definitely suggest checking that out. Again, the top right corner. But other than that, I am going to put a cut in the video here. So I do thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please do me a favor and leave a like on it. It really does go a long way towards helping a small channel like me get discovered, and I need all the help I can get. But anywho, I've rambled enough, at least for this video, so I'm just going to shut up, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.